You open your laptop. You have 11 tabs open. 3 of them are AI tools you downloaded last month and never touched again. That's not a coincidence. That's a pattern. And by the end of this video, you'll know exactly which AI tools are worth your time and which ones are just digital clutter dressed up as productivity. Here's the problem. Every week there's a new AI tool promising to save you hours. A new app, a new plugin, a new revolutionary assistant. You try a few. They feel impressive for about 10 minutes. Then you go right back to your old workflow. Sound familiar? You're not doing anything wrong. The tools are the problem. Most AI products right now are built to impress you in a demo, not to fit into your actual day. They're flashy, they're not functional, and there's a real difference between the two. So why does this keep happening? Part of it comes down to how these tools are marketed. Companies know that novelty sells. A slick interface and a viral demo video get downloads. But daily usage requires something harder to fake. The tool has to remove friction from a task you already do, not add a new task on top of your existing ones. Researchers have actually studied this gap between AI hype and AI usefulness. Eric Brynjolfsson, an economist at Stanford, has spent years researching how new technologies affect productivity, and his work consistently shows the same thing. Tools only create measurable value when they're integrated into an existing workflow, not when they exist as a separate app you have to remember to open. Think about that for a second. The best AI tool isn't the one with the most features. It's the one you forget is even AI, because it just works quietly in the background of something you're already doing. That's the filter you're going to use for the rest of this video. Let's build the framework. There are 4 categories where AI tools consistently save real time in 2026, not hypothetical time, real time. Writing and communication, research and information gathering, scheduling and organization, and repetitive task automation. Start with writing and communication. This is where AI has matured the most. Tools built into your existing email client or document editor, the kind that draft replies, summarize long threads, and tighten your writing. Save you minutes on every single message. Multiply that by the dozens of emails and messages you send in a week, and you're looking at hours reclaimed, not minutes. Ethan Mollick, a professor at Wharton who studies how people actually use AI at work, has found something important here. The people who benefit most aren't the ones using AI to write everything from scratch. They're the ones using it to edit, tighten, and speed up work they were already going to do anyway. AI as an editor, not AI as a replacement for your judgment. That distinction matters. Let it sink in. Next, research and information gathering. If you've ever spent 40 minutes with 15 browser tabs open, trying to compare 2 products or understand a new topic, this is where AI earns its keep. A good research assistant tool can pull information from multiple sources, summarize it, and hand you the version you'd have spent an hour building yourself. But here's the catch. You still need to verify what it gives you. Treat it like a fast, tireless intern, not an infallible expert. Use it to get to a first draft of understanding quickly, then confirm anything important with a real source. Third category, scheduling and organization. This is the quiet workhorse. Tools that read your calendar, suggest meeting times, or automatically sort your inbox by priority don't feel exciting. They don't make for a flashy demo. But they save you from the small decisions that drain your mental energy all day long. Every time you don't have to think about When should this meeting go? You're preserving focus for the work that actually matters. There's real research behind why this works. A study out of MIT, led by economist Eric Brynjolfsson, along with researchers Danielle Lee and Lindsay Raymond, looked at customer support workers using an AI assistant and found productivity gains, especially for less experienced employees who benefited from having decisions made faster and with more consistency. The lesson translates directly to your own day. When AI removes small, repeated decisions, you get more mental bandwidth for the big ones. Fourth, repetitive task automation. This is anything you do the exact same way over and over. Formatting documents, renaming files, pulling numbers from one spreadsheet into another. If you've done a task more than 5 times in identical form, it's a candidate for automation. Not because it's glamorous, but because your time is worth more than repeating yourself. Now let's talk examples, because frameworks only matter when you can picture them in your actual life. Picture a freelancer who used to spend 2 hours every Sunday writing client update emails from scratch. Now, an AI writing tool inside their email client turns bullet points into a polished draft in under a minute. That's not 2 hours saved, but it's close, and it's 2 hours back every single week. Picture a project manager, someone a lot like the person walking you through this video, who used to manually check 3 different calendars to find a shared meeting time. A scheduling tool now does it in seconds and suggests the best time based on everyone's patterns. Multiply that by every meeting scheduled in a month, and the time adds up fast. Picture someone starting a home office setup, trying to decide between competing laptops for research. A research tool pulls specs, reviews, and price comparisons into one place in a few minutes, work that used to eat an entire evening. None of these are dramatic. That's the point. The best AI tools don't feel revolutionary in the moment. They feel like a small friction removed over and over until you look up and realize you have hours back in your week. Now, the common mistakes. Because knowing the framework isn't enough if you fall into the same traps everyone else does. Mistake number 1, tool hopping. Downloading a new AI app every time you see a viral post about it, using it twice, then abandoning it. This resets your learning curve constantly, and you never get deep enough into any one tool to actually save time. Pick 2 or 3 tools tied to the 4 categories you just learned, and commit to them for at least a month before judging their value. Mistake number 2, using AI for tasks that need your judgment. AI is excellent at first drafts, summaries, and repetitive formatting. It's not a replacement for decisions that require context only you have, like how to handle a sensitive conversation with a client, or which strategic direction to take your business. Use AI to clear the small stuff so you have more energy for the decisions that actually need you. Mistake number 3, ignoring the setup cost. Some tools require 15 minutes of setup to save you 5 minutes a day forever. People give up before that investment pays off. If a tool fits one of your 4 categories and has real reviews behind it, give it a real trial, not a 5-minute glance. Mistake number 4, choosing tools based on features instead of fit. A tool with 50 features you'll never use isn't better than a tool with 5 features that match exactly what you already do every day. More isn't better. Fit is better. So, here's your action plan. This week, pick 1 category from the 4 you just learned: writing, research, scheduling, or automation, based on wherever you personally lose the most time. Choose the 1 category where you feel the most friction right now. Find one well-reviewed tool in that category. not 5. 1. Use it for every relevant task for 7 straight days, no exceptions. At the end of the week, ask yourself a simple question. Did this remove friction, or did it add a new task to my day? If it removed friction, keep it and move to the next category. If it added friction, drop it and try a different tool in the same category. Repeat that process once a month, and within a season, you'll have a small, quiet stack of tools that actually work for you, instead of a graveyard of downloads you tried once and forgot. That's the real difference between people who feel like AI saves them time and people who feel like AI is just one more thing to manage. It's not about using more tools. It's about using the right few, consistently, until they disappear into your workflow. So think back to that laptop, the one with 11 tabs open and 3 forgotten AI apps sitting there unused. The problem was never that AI couldn't save you time. The problem was that you hadn't found the version of AI that fit quietly into the day you already have.